In this video, we're going to take a high-level look at the real estate client management product and focus on how to navigate through the various features. In subsequent videos, we will take a more in-depth look at the features, for example, the client form or the listing form or the purchase form or how to build a campaign. But for this video, we are going to concentrate essentially on a high-level overview of the product. So when you first installed Real Estate Client Management, it created a RE Client Management menu item here at the top, and it also created a new folder called Contacts-Real Estate. Now notice I'm in the folder view here. This folder itself is movable. You can drag and drop it, for example, under Contacts. And that's important because some of the cell phones do require that if you're going to sync the contact information that the folders be in a specific location. For example, the iPhone requires that your Contacts-Real Estate folder would be under the main contacts folder. Hopefully move it back up. Underneath the main menu up here, let me navigate out from this. So if I wanted to get back into the Contacts-Real Estate area, and let's say that I'm in the mail view, so there's no quick way for you to get on the menu bar to get over to Real Estate Client Management. Then you can come up to here and click on Show Clients, and it will take you into that folder. Okay. Let's put ourselves back. If you want to create a new client, then you can click here, and it will bring up the client form where you can fill out information. More on this form later. And I can also, if I'm within the folder, I can simply double click and it will create a new client. I can convert my contacts from Outlook into RECM format and back. So for example, if I click on Convert to Outlook, I've got only John Smith here. I can click that and say Convert Selected. And if I go back over here, I can now see that John Smith is converted back to the standard Outlook contact. And if I am within the contact folder and I have a specific contact that I want to convert to RECM format, that's Real Estate Client Management, then I can say convert to that. And it brings up a contact form that I can choose. Now, some interesting things within both the forms is if I've got a long list of contacts, I can type phrases into the search engine and it'll automatically bring those up. For example, if I type Bill, start to type it, you can see that it did bring up just Bill or plumber in there. If I want to select all the contacts, I could click on the Select All area. I can do Select None. If I want to delete the contact after conversion, then I would select that, and then that contact would be deleted from that folder. Okay, so if I click on, for example, Joe the plumber here and say Convert Selected, and I go back over into the Contacts-Real Estate folder, you can see that we now have Joe the plumber. Let's go ahead and delete that for now. Okay. Underneath we have campaigns. Now campaigns are the ability to create things like drip emails or specific tasks that you will do, and you'll create a template of that. In this case, we've created one called Test, and we'll walk through this in a little bit. A drip email campaign for clients where you create templates and you can apply those to a particular client. Or you could create a task list or an appointment list of things that you, for example, want to always follow up with the client 3 days after an open house, and then maybe send a postcard 7 days after the open house. And you can create your reminders in here to do that. And this is, we do provide some import or campaigns that are pre-built that are on the website. You can look under the campaigns folder to find those, and then you can import them in and then structure them for yourself. And it gives you a basic overview or starting point building campaigns. Configuration, we have the ability to structure how listings would, where you'd get them off of the net. So this is really used right now in the purchase form, which we'll see, but it allows you to configure the source for particular listing information. And the key here is this bracket 0 bracket, and that's where the MLS number would be fed into. So this is a placeholder for that. And then, so whatever URL or web link that you use, wherever the MLS ID would go, would be placed here. In this case, we've preset it to use realtor.com. Okay. We have a registration button here, so that when you are going to register the product, then you would come down in here and type in the email that you used when you purchased it, along with the key that was provided to you. Within the folder area within Outlook, if you open this up, you'll see that there is the contacts area, and then there's a listing and purchase area. So if I go under the listing, you can see I've created a listing for John Smith, and I've also created a purchase form for him. Now, the way that we suggest that you access your listing and purchases and basic contact information is through the contact form itself. So you can see here, this is the contact form. I just double clicked on it to open it. And within that, you can track client details. You can set up follow-up appointments, capture their information about who they are, what they are. You can capture information about their birthdays or their family details, sorry, and including information like birthdays and anniversaries and child information. Once you've created a listing, and we'll go over that, you create one up here, but once it's done, then you can access that listing by just simply double clicking on the form. It'll bring up the listing form, and that's the way that we do suggest that you get at your forms. And then, or if I go to purchases, then I can just double click on the form, and it will bring up the purchase form. What's nice here is that you can have one of our, I think, really powerful features of real estate client management is that you can have multiple transactions associated with that client. So I could have multiple purchase actions here. So I've had personally clients where they bought 2 or 3 properties off of me at the same time. So that's really helpful. And then these are the campaigns, and you can see the campaigns that are available. And you just click, you highlight them, and then we just click Add to apply them to this particular client. More on campaigns a little bit. And that is a high-level view of real estate client management and the features and areas in it.